Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. We appreciate your donation. Thank you, new member. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bow to the Michael. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it means to get a haircut. Haircut time tomorrow. Haircut time tomorrow. Okay. Haircut time tomorrow. I appreciate it, Michael. Thank you so much. Not a whole lot of people will show up tonight, but much appreciated. Let's watch some Liberty Hangout here if you're bored enough or whatever. Nothing else seems to be going on, and it's probably 1 a.m. on the East Coast out there. Really? Something like that? Just being green? Okay. Ignore the hair. Ignore the hair. Crazy hair. Crazy hair. Behave hair. Anyway, we're going to check out some Liberty Hangout here. I don't know if this is a 25-minute one. I'm not sure if I'll do the whole thing or not. We'll see how it goes here. I just want to watch some of these ones I haven't seen yet. Alrighty then.
Practicing for what?
To interfere with elections. Which side are you on?
Oh, I support Donald Trump. I would give him a 9.
Oh my God.
But you don't have to walk away. We can have a conversation. We were on our way to Clearwater Beach when the Lord actually took us on the path to the Dunedin Farmers Market. So here we are instead. The Lord provides. I love farmers markets. We're asking people to rate Donald Trump's job on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Let's go.
Let's go.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Donald Trump's job so far in his second term, 10 being the best?
No comment.
This lobster roll?
How would you rate the lobster roll?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Now, Donald Trump.
0.
Rate the job President Trump has done so far, 10 being the best.
0.
0? Really? You're the first person I've talked to that has said 0. Why do you give him a 0?
Who are you giving it to?
Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Why are we giving him a 0?
Just look at the world as it is today.
Racist. He's
Okay, how?
As I watch the fake news, and if they say he's bad, he must be the worst. I don't really pay attention to what's actually happening in the world and things like that. Otherwise, if I was honest or whatever, I'd probably do a 6 out of 10, with a little bit of bias. But since I have nothing but bias, I'm going to give him a 0.
What has he done that's misogynistic or racist?
raped women, assaulted women.
Okay.
Due process? No. Oh, illegals get due process in your world, but not American citizens. I got it.
Down to women, cheats on his wives, all that.
Yeah. What about the racist part? Do you have any proof for him being a racist?
Have you watched him on TV?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get your words so I don't spew. I want to get your words right. What has he done that's racist?
Watch him on TV, you'll see.
Yeah, I do watch him on
Between
TV.
him and Miller.
Okay.
That-
Okay. Would you give Miller a better score?
Please. No, they're both exactly what my wife was saying.
Okay, so he's also a racist misogynist.
Yep. You
Okay.
guys have a good.
Any proof? Any proof? Just call people names you don't know, the worst names in the world. You can call another person. You have no idea what they believe. You just assume that's going to, because I'm assuming you watch The View more than your wife does.
What's the proof for him being a racist?
I'm done. You guys have a good day.
Okay. We're just out here throwing terms around, but we can't back them up. That's a crazy thing to just start calling people racist, just left and right. Yeah, I would love for proof though. Yeah, do you think Trump should get a Nobel Peace Prize?
Absolutely,
Okay, why so?
because he's brought peace to the world.
Yeah, a lot of countries he's brokered peace deals with, huh?
No doubt. Absolutely.
Would he get an A plus or an F?
I like Trump.
You don't like Trump? You
I
do.
do.
You do. So do I. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate Donald Trump's job so far?
0.
0. Okay.
Negative 50.
Negative. That's the lowest score I've gotten today. All right. Why the negative 50?
Because he's ruining our country.
Okay.
Who is this?
All you have to do, she's going to ask you for a simple thing called proof or evidence of your claim that he's ruining our country.
For?
My YouTube channel. My name's Caitlin. My channel's Liberty Hangout. What would you give him? Lower than that?
Lower than that.
Lower than that? Like negative 51?
He's like, I can't even begin to explain how horrible he is.
Okay.
One example.
He is just vile. He's
Okay.
running amok and nobody's stopping him.
How would you rate Donald Trump's job so far, second term?
Hell yeah, woo! Taking care of the veterans.
Nice. All right. Thank you for your service. So why is he so vile?
One, let's count. Actually, I'm going to go back to normal time spent on this one here. Usually, if you can make a claim that somebody's vile, it should top of your head would come up with an example, right? But she's not coming up with something top of her head here. Try it again here. We'll give her a countdown.
Vile.
1, 2, 3,
Well, I
4,
don't know if I'm prepared for this right now.
5,
Yeah.
6,
Thank you.
Yeah.
If I thought
7,
someone was vile, I would be
8,
able to tell you why.
9,
I can tell you why I think Joe
10,
Biden is vile.
Oh
11,
God. I don't
12,
want to start this.
13,
He
14.
is an idiot. He is supposedly a
I'm looking for something vile. Being an idiot is not vile. So we're at 15 seconds.
businessman, but what is he doing with our economy? He is against everything that
19,
he's against human rights.
20. Okay, 20 seconds to say something that she thinks is vile, that she has no way to back it up or anything like that. Just they say he's against human rights.
What human rights is he against?
LGBTQIA plus. He's
Can you go
What?
more into depth about that? What rights of gay people has he vehemently been against that you can point to for solid proof?
well, is he a Christian that is one of the people who believes I can't do this right now.
Because you are full of hate and not logic. And you assume that somebody else's hate. This is complete projection on your part. You understand that? You're thinking you're the good person. Someone else is the bad person. Bad Trump. Bad Trump. You have no proof that the other person is bad. You're projecting your kind of negativity onto someone else as a way of coping with your own negative feelings. I'm not trying to be a psychologist, but you know what I'm sort of saying there? It probably is a good psychological analysis, I think.
I was just asking for proof. If he's against gay rights, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
No, I like proof when people say that someone's against human rights.
No, thank you.
Is that going to process in her, that last statement Caitlin made? I think we've actually already seen this one here, but I want proof. If you're going to say something vile, you want to be able to back it up, you know.
You think of any, come on back. I'll be here for the next couple hours. Odds are she has no idea what she's talking about. That's okay. How would you rate Donald Trump's job so far in a second term?
A 0.
Okay.
0.5.
0.5. Okay, that's nice. That's generous. Why would you say 0?
I think he's just breeding hate.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's what I think he does. He
Okay.
just is dividing everyone.
Yes.
Okay. That's not a answer to why. That's an assumption. She's asking for something that he did that breeds hate.
Do you think like the hate is coming from Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
No, it is.
You know it is. Okay, well, let me ask you this and kind of play devil's advocate. We've actually seen political violence on the rise from the left wing against Trump supporters and people who share in the conservative.
It's not accurate.
That's not accurate?
Yeah, it's not accurate.
Okay.
Most of the political violence is coming from the right.
So when
Listen, if she's trying to think, like, what did Rachel Maddow say the other day? It's coming from the right. You know, I'm supposed to say this.
when you include, I know the statistic you're talking about, and when they include white supremacists as right-wing violence,
Those
which
are
is not
Trump
fair.
Supporters. Those are your Trump supporters. Yeah.
No. Who historically are known as white supremacists in America, who's had more years of experience being white supremacist in America as kind of the major party there, guys. 1770, let's say the country started in 1776, right? And let's say all that time down south, the Democrats, you know, I mean, Democrats, Republicans didn't start till later, but that Democrat ideology in the South that, you know, did the bad things in the South lasted till 1870s, give or take, 1876. There's 100 years pretty much right there, right? let's play a little bit of game with maybe for a little while there, the Republicans may not have been too nice during the Reconstruction kind of phase, things like that, till say 1920 or something like that. Just throw it out there. Okay, then we'll give them 50 years of Republicans being nice. Not really true, but just to be nice. Okay, now 100 years to 50 years, right? But 1920 through 1950, 60, that was kind of Democrats, Jim Crow type stuff, right? 140 years and 140 to 50. Even if I give you the rest of that time to the Republicans, which I'm not going to do, that still gives more years to Democrats being bad guys.
Yeah, your white supremacists are your Trump supporters.
What proof do you have for that?
Thank you.
What proof do you have for that?
You know.
You know. I can't think of something, but you know.
No, because he's very pro-Israel, and usually white supremacists don't like they don't like Israel.
Lady, you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
At least she's using her brains.
We're asking people on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, what number would you give Donald Trump to rate his jobs so far?
Usually the older ones lately, they just walk away because they have no answers. It's the younger ones that sometimes I would be afraid of.
Give him a negative number.
A negative number? Oh my goodness, why?
I don't have enough time to go into so
like
many.
30 seconds on the number one thing, you're like, you know what? This right here, negative.
I would say negative because we're not looking out for other people. We're going after other people. We're not taking care of people.
Yes, we are. You don't realize the people he is taking care of are American citizens. You stupid. And he's also taking care of the deportees by giving them $1,000 and a free plane ticket to take themselves back. That's taking care of themselves, is what that is. You know, that way they don't have to use their life savings to go back there, not have any money, so that they actually have money, American money, when they go back to where they came from, so that guess what? They can actually be rich in those South American countries. You understand this basic concept of the US dollar versus the pesos and things like that?
Unless you're in the 99%. So I think that the government should be taking care of the people that live there.
That would you rate Donald Trump's job so far in his second term?
I don't know. Just don't. Who gives a cat that kind of cat food? Give them just the regular 9 Lives cheap cat food. They don't need anything fancy. They're cats. You guys like fancy cat food people?
I have to give him a 1.
1. I
All
couldn't
right.
give him a 1. A 0.
A 0.
Minus 10.
Someone gave me a negative 50 today.
Oh, I'm negative 100. Then I'll
Negative,
beat it.
okay,
I'll beat
why
it.
a negative 100?
Well, women's rights, civil rights.
They have a right to unalive something inside them. It's not them.
Rights, free and fair elections gone.
Okay.
Okay, so it's fair elections when your guy wins, but not when our guy wins. Okay.
Free and fair elections gone.
They will be. He will trash free and fair elections.
Really? You think that?
He's literally trying to make sure that all citizens vote, and trying to get pressure the states to sort of get on board with making sure it's a secure election.
That's coming next
What
year.
proof do you have? Next year. I'll put it on my calendar.
On the way, ICE, National Guard in Chicago.
You're just
They're
listing. You're just
practicing.
listing off things,
They're
but
practicing. They're in practice right now.
ISIS.
ISIS. And,
Who's in practice right now?
the ICE group
Okay. Practicing for what?
to interfere with elections and to try to interfere with free people voting and scare people.
Really?
Terror tactics. Which side are you on?
Oh, I support Donald Trump. I would give him a 9.
Oh my God.
Only. Oh, but you don't have to walk away. We can have a conversation.
Mental.
That is the craziest conspiracy theory, which I thought we weren't allowed to have any of those, by the way. He said that ICE agents are practicing for the midterms next year so that they can rig the election and scare people away from voting. The only people who would be scared from voting with an ICE agent around are illegal immigrants who shouldn't be voting anyways.
I like seeing both sides of the aisle. I really
Absolutely,
do.
yeah,
I
as you
like
should.
seeing one source here, one source there.
Yeah, you know, a good way to do that is ground.news. You can actually go there at 40%. Guess who we are seeing. If you guys watched our last video, you're going to see it's the dogs who are going to bite me if I get too close. You know?
Get away from my dogs. Get away from my dog. Go.
If
Leave
you
me alone.
Grab our dogs. The dogs will bite you.
Hi, guys. If you guys
Yeah, same person, same hair. Yep.
could rate Donald Trump's job. Oh no, I don't want them to bite me again.
Oh, look at that face, man.
I just keep running into these people. Why are they everywhere? How would you rate Donald Trump's job so far in the second term?
10 being good.
Yeah.
10.
10? Yeah? You agree with
Not afraid to say it. Nice.
that? Sure. She's like, I don't care. Do you think that he took care of the Israelis and the Palestinians brokering that peace deal?
I don't have enough information about what really went on there.
I don't look at any of the good stuff he's done because the news that I watch only gives 92% negative news about Trump and only 8% other news. I'm not sure would actually be positive. So that's not the news I watch. That's not what I heard because I'm so stuck in my echo chamber that I can't get out of it. Am I doing a good job with my translation, guys? Let me know.
I really comment on that.
So they're going to release each other's hostages, and Israel's going to release hundreds of Palestinian
This was about a month ago.
prisoners that they have, and they're going to release them back to Gaza. And Palestinians are actually going home to Gaza right now, so they can go there because it's safe.
Yeah.
And they're going to get their people home, and no more bombs, no more firing. Ceasefire is done. That's good, right? That's taking care of other people.
That's good. That still doesn't make me a fan of him, but yeah, that's good.
That's okay. Yeah. Is there anything else that he's done that's good?
Did she say he's against human rights? I'd say it's kind of pro-human rights.
No, I'm not a fan of him.
No. Okay.
No, you have to ask somebody else.
All right, we can give him we can give him the Nobel Peace Prize though for the Israel thing, right? No. He freed Palestine. Free. She said she doesn't care. I said he freed Palestine. She goes, I don't care. It goes to show, even when he does what they want him to do, they just don't care. I don't want peace in Gaza. I only want to hate Trump. If you could rate Donald Trump's
Exactly.
job 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 0. Why 0? Why 0?
Because there's no other. It's just he's
Like duh,
awful.
right?
He's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he awful?
Everything he's
Everything.
doing. I'm a teacher.
So as a teacher and as an educational person, you probably do a little bit of research on things before you make claims, right? So let's see if you did any research on this one.
Department of Education.
You are.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. Well,
And-
would you say that his peace deal, he's brokering
Maybe he stopped doing research.
a peace deal with Israel and Palestine? That's a good thing, right?
Mm,
No?
I didn't watch it because the MSNBC didn't cover it that way. They said that the administration, they didn't say which administration, but the administration brokered it with Qatar and the Palestinians and things like that. They never use the word Trump likely on that news channel he watches.
I'm not going to answer that one.
Well, do you think that people in Palestine deserve peace?
Going the other way with that.
The liberals hate Trump so bad they won't even say good job for bringing peace to the people they claim to champion. We're asking people if they could rate Donald Trump's job on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. What would you give him?
10. I'd give him a 0.
10. A 0.
And we're friends.
Oh, that's beautiful though. I love that.
And we can be friends.
Yes, you
and we
can.
don't argue about politics or religion. But every once in a while we zing each other.
Yeah. You got to have a little zing here and there.
Yeah.
All right. That's beautiful, ladies. How would you rate Donald Trump's job in the second term?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's doing pretty good. So
Okay.
like 7, 8.
Okay. What could he do better to get that to a 10?
I mean, it's not
Where's he going? Does he agree with you?
sometimes. I think it's more not what he does, but sometimes what he says on social media. That's all. But yeah.
What score would you give Donald Trump for his job so far?
There are some things he does well and then some things not so well. So it will really depend upon the issue,
Okay.
quite frankly. Overall, A 4.
A 4. Okay, so definitely some room for improvement.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
See, these are the normal people out there. Normal people that aren't, super Trump or super negative Trump or something like that. They just kind of look at things as they're happening and how they affect them. Normal Florida people.
My opinion, I would give him a 10, actually a 9 on the immigration enforcement going on. I think he should ramp up those deportations in particular. I don't think he could be doing as many as he promised he would do. Would you agree with me there?
No, sorry.
Okay. So you would like to see maybe less deportations?
I think that both sides should get together and figure out a way to keep the people here who are hardworking, who contribute to our society and our economy, figure out a way to keep them here. Clear.
Out of 10, 8.5.
Clearly, you want to get the criminals out. I mean, that's a given.
Yeah.
But I just think Congress has done a bad job in the past several decades, let's face it, trying to figure out a way to keep the people who are here and who want to stay here and who contribute. So that's what I think. I think we just failed as a government in that respect.
Yeah. Trump has said that he will not target like farms and stuff unless there's gang activity or drug trafficking going on or human trafficking going on. He did promise that he would lay off like the hospitality workers in particular. So I think that might be one of those compromises that you might be talking about. He said he wants to focus on the worst first. And sometimes workers are wrapped up in that because the people coming here illegally to work aren't always just coming to work. It's a good fodder for them to say, I'm just a worker, when in fact they're actually over here doing all this other stuff.
I mean, absolutely. You get rid of the people who aren't contributing to society. I mean, 100%. You want to get rid of even citizens who aren't contributing to society.
Yeah, let's
go to
just
jail, right?
And how would you rate Donald Trump's job so far, 10 being the best?
See you on TikTok, number 1.
Number 1. All right. So wait, like a 10 maybe? 10 the best. Okay. All right, good. You as well, 10? All right, cool. Are you guys from here?
As soon as I saw the title it had, I'm like, pro-Trump.
Oh, Louisiana. Okay. We're asking people what they would grade Donald Trump on his job so far in the second term.
I
know me?
I
Thank
watch
you.
you on it. Yeah.
Oh, so
He's
you
doing fantastic.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he's doing awesome.
Yeah, is this like a super red area?
All his campaign commitments, he's stayed every single one of them, which you just don't see in a politician
Absolutely.
today. He laid them all out right in the beginning, and he's checking them off one at a time.
Absolutely.
So.
What do you think of his recent peace deal
I
situation?
think it's fantastic. I think he deserves a Nobel Prize. He won't get it, but I think he deserves it.
Let me ask you this real quick. Do you
I just think
know?
we failed. We did as a
I see. Because of the way it affected Canada when he was kind of going crazy at that time, and 51st state, it did hurt Polivier. I didn't say his name correctly, but you know who I'm talking about. That guy's chances of winning.
over the decades. It's not just his fault.
Yeah,
it's
no.
every president.
Biden has a big chunk of that, letting in all these people.
All these guys over the decades. Nobody has been able to figure out how we can keep these people here legally. And allow them to stay here and contribute.
Well, they're not here legally, so they can't
figure out a
keep
way
them.
to keep them here legally.
I don't think that we should.
So, well, they really contribute a lot to our society.
Well, how much do they cost the taxpayer dollar?
You can go to a restaurant and have really good food at a reasonable.
And if you had an American citizen that was Hispanic origin that was making the food or whatever you're doing there, guess what? The food would taste the same. They wouldn't be using resources that they weren't allowed to use. You understand how this works?
Reasonable price because they're back there working.
And there would be a lower unemployment rate also because of that. You get the basics.
I mean, we need workers.
But that's the thing. It might be at a reasonable price, but I don't think it's right to pay someone who's an immigrant or really anybody slave wages.
It's not slave wages, but we need workers.
They aren't getting paid minimum wage.
We don't have enough U.S. citizens to fill in all the jobs.
Yes, we do.
Alexa, volume 6. Alexa, what's the current unemployment rate in America?
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the United States unemployment rate for September 2025 was 4.4%, up from 4.3% in August 2025. The unemployment rate
Alexa, stop. 4.4%, which is not too good or whatever. He's trying to get it down little by little, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. But anyway, yeah, so if that many people are unemployed, that's not including the people that stopped looking for work. Yeah, guess what? Those people would need jobs.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. It's just the fact that those people are willing to be subjected to really terrible working conditions and low wages
they
because
should be.
that's
I agree.
right. So, but when you want them to stay here, that's what they're getting paid, and I think that's wrong. It is illegal for a company to take advantage of people in a desperate situation like that, and so I don't think that's fair.
It is, but if you find a way for them to be legal, then suddenly they have something they can organize. They
If they've been here 10 or 20 years and they couldn't find a way to make their status legal at that point there, what do you do there?
can try to get better wages because they're illegal. They're getting paid so low. I want to make them legal so they are part of society and they can get paid a better wage. And that's where I think we failed.
So why don't
we are
we
using them? You're 100%.
So why don't we instead put them back to their country because they broke a crime coming in?
They did.
And then we can raise the wages and force those companies to pay American citizens those jobs with wages that are fair and livable. And then Americans would work them.
That'd be nice. I just don't think we have enough people.
We have enough people. It's just they
4.4%.
don't want to work for $1 an hour.
I'll rate him an 8 or 9.
Okay. How could he get that 10?
Probably try not to say things that purposely fire people up. I think he enjoys doing that.
Him and I have
What?
that in common.
There we go. I mean,
What's going on here? Raid by what's going on here? I think somebody's trying to trick me here. Are we not men? You're trying to trick me. You try to trick me all the time. Crusader person is also trying to trick me with a snore on raid or something like that. No more tricks, okay? Who's the next person that's going to try to trick me about some raid that Rob's sending my way? I haven't seen Rob in quite a while, but I appreciate it. If he is there, you guys want to watch some liberals kind of go a little wacky in the head here, feel free here. Like and sub, yeah, hang out there, guys. I appreciate it. We're just chilling out here watching some Liberty Hangout. Thank you, Rob. Check out Rob Noor out there. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing good. Okay, who else is trying to trick me here with some raid talk or something like that? These people just came out of the goodness of their heart here. That's what happened here. It wasn't Rob raid. Just 100 people show up out of the goodness of their heart all at once. That's what it was, right? Crusader in the house. Thank you. No trick. Rob, are you okay? There's one person I might trust there just because he's a Crucible person or something like that. I'll trust him. All right, guys, let's see. Her question to these people is, what grade would you give Trump? Of course, this was about a month ago. This was right after the peace deal ceasefire thing. What grade would you guys give Trump? 0 to 10. 0 to 10. This is in Florida also, so
it's not all bad, but yeah, I just think sometimes he purposely does that, and
he likes to troll a little bit.
He does. But I think
I know about trolls. I got trolls in the chat. Trolls in the chat here, okay? Put an A in the chat, or put a T in the chat if you're a troll, okay? Put a T in the chat if you're a troll.
as far as the economy, I think he's trying to do the right thing. I'm glad he worked on the tariff thing, and kind of some of the other countries came around, and I like how he supports the military, and I don't know. It's just kind of refreshing. And he's awake.
Yeah.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, he's not falling down the steps or can't come down the steps from an airplane and stuff like that. Yeah.
My husband.
Are we on national television? Sorry, Ivan. I mean, Steve.
There you go.
Oh my, which one is your husband? All right, well, you know what?
My headset just turned off. Don't you hit it and your headset turns off and you're not sure if the audio is actually working or not? Then you have to turn it off and then you turn it back on to wake it up.
You're in hot water. Get out of here. Okay. Thank you, ladies, for your time. What rating would you give Donald Trump for his job so far? 10 being the best.
I don't know, like 7.5.
7? Okay. What areas could he improve on to get that score up?
I feel like you just got to bring the cost of food down.
Okay.
Affordability.
I don't really know, but in general, I feel like he does a good job. So
Yeah, same.
I'm about that Trump.
All right. Same here. About that Trump. We're asking people.
All about that Trump. All about that Trump. No. How's the song go, guys? Who's a youngster in the chat that knows how that song goes that's in my head? No worries. You know the song. The song.
If they could rate Donald Trump's job so far, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what score would you give him?
0.
0. Okay.
Probably about the same.
Okay. I've got a negative 50 today.
But yeah, if you guys want to, I'm the non-grifter here, okay? I'm not going to grift. There's people in the chat. Are we not men? You'll probably grift for me a little bit. Other people out there that are grifter and say, hit the like and subscribe and answer that poll question that's out there. do donations. There's a super chat button out there. I guess Crucible Crusader over there, he found that button out there. But if I was to do something called grifting or something like that, because I would grift for money for a better haircut, guys. So if you guys want to help me with a haircut, this is not grifting. Just if you wanted to see Mr. Bill with a better haircut or something like that, then you would do more donations or something like that. And plus also, I think I have to play a song later on. Anyway, don't send super chats. Exactly. Don't send super chats. See, anti-grift. Don't send super chats. Don't feel sorry for me that I need a haircut. Okay. Don't do that. Okay. Deemers. I have Deemers in the chat. Cool. I got some regulars in here. Achilles is hanging out there. I appreciate it. See, you're not a grifter. Okay, you're not a grifter. Okay, we'll see if there's Michael in the house. He's a grifter. Vadeemer sometimes likes to do grifting tough stuff in the chat too.
Oh, it's good. Well, yeah, what's the scale that we're working with?
1 to 10, but she said -50. And you said 0. That's not on the scale, but that's okay. We'll give it to you.
Yeah, they're leftists. You know, their math isn't quite as good as normal Floridians. You know, when you tell them one thing, they want to break the rules.
Why is 0?
Yeah, I think it's a issue of the way that he's addressing the company needs is like a child. And I think that there's really an issue with.
See, these people in this TV thing or whatever, this YouTube thing, they grift for all these things out here. Okay, I'm not grifting for likes or subscribes or anything like that. You guys can hit the subscribe button if you want to. I was hoping to keep it above a certain number there. 4,130, I think is what I was hoping to hit. We'll keep it above there. Keep going down below 4,130. You guys ever played that game?
Democrats for things that he's responsible for. I think the current government shutdown is clearly a Republican issue.
Really?
They control the legislative branch.
Again, keep in mind, you guys know what was happening during the government shutdown. This was about a month ago here. How many times did the Republicans vote to fund the government? And how many votes did they need in the Senate in order to do it? This is, it's pretty simple here. I bet you 4 or 5 people in the chat are going to say no, the answers to both of those questions. How many times did the Democrats deny it? And what was the threshold needed in Senate? Is this thing working?
Executive branch and the judicial branch right now. So the fact that they're talking about this is like ridiculous. They're pointing to like microcosm facts, like the idea that you would need to let anyone who needs emergency care have emergency care because they're bleeding out or they're passed out.
Hercules, good job. Give you a high five there. Good job. Thank you. Yep. Michael knew the answer there too. 60% will accept that answer. Yep.
And then they're going to say that the entire Democratic Party is supporting individuals who are like really in cardiac arrest or passed out or about to deliver a baby, and like as if we're going to card them at the door like before we give treatment. Like what exactly does that imply if you are going to have an issue with undocumented workers receiving healthcare in emergencies?
Anybody want to educate the person there? What happens when any person in the United States goes to seek emergency care? Anybody want to tell her what happens to any person in the United States, legal or otherwise, that goes to the emergency care? Are they denied help? Are they denied emergency care? If they go in with a broken leg or pregnant, are they denied medical care? Not health care, medical care for their emergency. Anybody want to say if they're denied? This person evidently thinks they're denied medical care. Must be seen. Yes. Okay. Did Rob do any rants tonight? Because I keep hearing too many stupid people saying stuff like this. I'm going to do one of those Rob rants or whatever, or imitation Rob rants.
Situation. Like I would.
Timu Rob rant. Yeah.
I'd like to know.
And if you guys say that Rob's going to look like me in 20 years, I'm going to have to point my finger at you like this. Okay.
The opposite of that, how exactly you would.
So it's actually illegal. No hospital can turn anyone away, even if they're illegal or even if they're a criminal running from the cops. So illegals can get health care even today. They can go to the hospital. It's about giving them government subsidized health insurance is what it is. But let me ask you this. What exactly are the Democrats not voting yes on? Do you know exactly what it is?
Yeah, I think that in particular, it's that we want to have all of the Medicaid.
No, like the resolution. You know what that resolution is that they won't.
Well, they admit that, and she doesn't have to admit she's wrong. It's a normal discussion there. But if Caitlin asked her to admit she was wrong, would she have admitted she was wrong? Like, she would have said, I misspoke.
Vote yes on?
No, I don't know the rest.
It's a continuing resolution that they voted for 13 times previously. The last one was just, I think, in August or September, they voted yes on it. And so it's the same exact bill that's been passed down 13 times to keep the government open while they handle these separate different bills and what's the word I'm looking for? Separate.
Not this bill. The bills on the floor. Different bill.
Different things that needs to go through the government so that it doesn't shut down. It's just a continuing resolution. They voted for it 13 different times. So why aren't they voting for the same continuing resolution bill now that they did just 2 months ago?
I think at this point it's time to take a stand on something.
They already voted for the same thing before. If they wanted to take a stand, they would have took a stand on the thing before.
Voted yes 13 times on it. It just keeps the government going exactly how it was under the Biden administration. Actually, it's the same exact thing because stuff from the big beautiful bill hasn't actually taken, most of it hasn't taken place yet. It starts next year. So this is just a continuing resolution.
No, it's actually, it was very strategic in my opinion that the big beautiful bill has a lot of things that aren't going to take effect until future years.
Yeah.
So that it will appear as though it's not part of the current administration's issue when rural hospitals shut down, for example.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Hospitals aren't going to shut down. They
have already.
Which ones have shut down because of the big beautiful bill?
And what was in the reconciliation bill, guys? What was in the reconciliation bill about rural hospitals? What funding was in the reconciliation bill for rural hospitals? Was it $50 million to help situations like that so that they wouldn't kind of have issues?
Ugh. Well, not because of the big beautiful bill yet, because a lot of that hasn't been implemented.
Okay, so what hospitals have shut down? That's Trump's fault.
Well, we can't say yet, but the general state of healthcare in general, that there are hospitals.
Your Democrat buddies have said rural hospitals will shut down, will shut down, will shut down. They repeat the same over and over again. And you're smart enough there to admit that, yeah, we can't tell if they're going to shut down.
In rural parts of America, and people cannot get health care in rural parts.
You know
of
why?
America.
That's a good point. You know why?
Yes,
because the Democrats want to repeal the rural health care. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's about health care and hospital funding in rural areas. They want to take that out. That's part of their amendments to the continuing resolution. They want to take that out. They want to repeal that, and they want to add in protections for illegal immigrants. If you could rate Donald Trump's job on a second term, 10 being the best.
Okay, take a guess, guys. Looks like college graduates from Michigan here. Tourists probably with a Maine shirt. What grade are they going to give Trump? Michigan. I'll say they're going to give him a 0. Liberals. He does look clean cut, things like that. She does have a smile on her face there. That's a tough call, and it's a tough call. But I'm going to go with liberal just because I'm in a bad mood.
What number would you give him?
10.
10? All right.
Oh, I called it wrong. I should have went with the smiles. And the happy attitude, If they were angry and bitter looking or something like that, got to go with the smiles as the Republican and Trump supporters and things like that. Come on now.
Send liberals my way. I thought maybe with your hat you may have been a liberal, but
No. My understanding is the only protection
See what I mean?
for illegal immigrants relates to the emergency care. So could you cite that for me? Because I'm trying to learn as well.
Yes, they cite the laws in California that allows illegal aliens to access health care off of government subsidies, so like Medicaid. That's legal in California, and that's happening. So they want to expand that to be a federal thing.
Do you know, I'm curious, are you a Floridian?
I'm Floridian, yeah.
Yeah. How much?
Okay, who's from Florida? Is it Floridian or Floridian? Floridian or Floridian? I'm confused.
Revenue is the state of Florida getting from undocumented workers and tax revenue today in Florida?
So I know overall they're getting about $37 billion annually, the whole United States is, but illegal aliens who are workers are costing us $150 billion. And so they're actually a drain on our economy and our taxpayer dollar.
How are they costing us $150 billion? Help me understand.
Anybody want to help her understand this? I'm sure Caitlin will do a nice job. But in what areas do illegal immigrants cost American taxpayers money? Anybody? or healthcare, one of them, emergency room, somebody has to pay that bill to the hospital. Guess who gets in getting the bill? But what other areas besides healthcare? Freezing. Oh yeah. And if you guys are in an area where it's flooding, I feel bad for you too. Praying for you. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy. Education was another one. I'm not sure. Sometimes maybe the chat's slow or something like that, but education would be another area. Feel free to name other areas where.
Yeah, so when they go and they use our resources, so they go in and they apply for things like Medicaid or Medicare, and then they apply for government subsidies and welfare, and then they use our housing systems, and then they go and they
In other words, housing, subsidies, education.
use like our food banks and stuff like that. They're draining our economy and taking the place of American citizens who would otherwise use that. So American citizens are having to foot the bill for their care in our country because they're unvetted and they're not here legally.
Ding, 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 ding.
And so they aren't guaranteed and they don't have any right to that. So they contribute about $37 billion annually, but they're costing us $150 billion. What grade would you give Donald Trump?
I see you on Facebook.
Oh, is this like a super red area? Where are all the liberals at?
Certain areas are a little more red than other places in Florida, evidently. Housing, education, medical, food. There's Achilles is on the job today. Good job, Achilles. If I could give you a gold star, I'd give you a gold star. Okay.
I don't know, but I don't care.
Tell him to come talk to me. I'm looking for him. I can't find any. Welcome to the farmer's market.
Yes.
We're asking people on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. If you could rate Donald Trump's job in his second term, what would you give him?
9.
A 9? Okay, so we're fans.
Yes, we
We're
are.
fans. All right, what can he do to improve and get that 10?
Again, just based on the smiles there, you would almost guess they were right wingers.
Curb his tongue a little bit.
Okay.
Some of his comments.
Okay, all right. I love his comments. I think he's hilarious. We need a little bit of that.
I still don't think we got enough.
I bet you we do. I'll leave you on this.
agree-
Do you know
disagree
how
with you
many
on
billions of dollars illegal alien workers cost
Belinda in the house. Good answer. Yep.
the United States every year? $150 billion.
Oh, I'm not grifting. I'm not grifting on this one here, guys. You guys call me a grifter, but somewhere in there, Nightbot's not seeming to work right now for some reason. Are you, Nightbot? Let me see if I can find where Nightbot's not working as well as it should here. There's a thing Nightbot should be pointing out. Is it a Twitter channel, Nightbot? Why are you not? Oh, here it is. Okay. Check out that Twitter channel there. Thank you. Not grifting. I'm just saying, if you want another way to watch my videos and things like that, there's another way to do it. You have to hit the follow button over there on Twitter. Okay. There's a follow button. You click that link there, and then you click the follow button there. Okay. I think I've also got it pinned. Do I have it pinned? Yes. X marks the spot there. Yes. That's also on there. Ooh, and on the poll question, it's Staples 56 to 44. Wow. That's closer than I thought it would be on that voting thing. You guys want to, I only see 26 votes on that poll. If you guys want to answer that poll question at the top there, see if you guys disagree with that there. See if you get a few more votes on that poll question right now. It's going up to 58 on that one there. Thank you guys. Okay, that's enough grifting. I mean, fake grifting.
Do you know how much in taxes they contribute every year?
No.
Only about 37 billion. So they're actually not contributing much to the economy. They're actually a drain on the economy. And so I actually support getting the workers out as well.
Do you support bringing people here legally at least?
As of right now, no. I think we should halt legal immigration right now. I think we have a really big problem and we need to focus on getting the illegals out. And then we can look at how many people we're bringing into our country. We take the most immigrants
really big
legally
problem,
out
and
of
we need to
any other
focus on-
country. And I think maybe we need to halt that for maybe 10 years and figure out what's going on with our own country, with our own
Bad
people.
idea.
And then, we can make room for the legal citizens once we get the illegal ones out.
Well, I think I have to disagree with you on these
That's
things,
okay.
but it's okay. This is why we live in America. And we
Agree to disagree. What a concept. And if you join that channel there, I also have a community on Twitter there. Sorry to grifting for my Twitter or whatever, but it's called Common Sense Patriotism, where I try to get people to kind of agree to disagree on some basic things, and then you can, on the outside edge, you can have your fights or whatever, but you can agree on most of the middle things, find common ground. Immigration system. Celine, how you doing? so that business can take advantage of the entire labor force. You think it's on purpose? Maybe it's kind of was allowed to work that way, maybe, and it's not allowed to, but businesses try to take advantage of whatever loopholes they have, just like the tax codes and things like that. You try to find a way to take advantage of things that are in your vicinity and things like that. If you're a business, you do that, if you try not to break the laws, if you can't get people to work for you, at a lower price and sell your products. It's a bad thing. You're not supposed to hire illegal aliens. Don't do it. No, not good. Yep. Well, hire citizens, ask for laws that allow you to hire. Anyway, you get the idea. Let's go to.
Yeah, I disagree. So, but
I appreciate your time. I appreciate you answering. Thank you so much for a nice dialogue. We'll give you a little fist bump. Dialogue fist bump. Thank you for your time.
Way to go.
See,
that's pretty much over there. Thank you. Liberty Hangout, her description, her channel is in the description, or her channel is in the description. Remove that from the playlist. Let's check out James Klug. Also, he does a nice job out there. Food stamps ran out. Will people loot? When was this? Again, this is probably 3 weeks ago or something like that. Let's check and see if we like this one here.
Meet our TurboTax experts in person and let them do your taxes for you. Now this is taxes.
See, they're grifting. I'm not grifting. Night all. Have a good one, Salty. Nice to see you. We can disagree and still get along. Yes, we can. Coming up here. I'll do the part after the coming up. Here we go. Oh, she looks a little bit interesting there.
What is going on, everyone? James Klug here. The federal government has been shut down since October 1st, and food stamp benefits for over 40 million Americans have run dry. So today, we've come to Philadelphia, where 30% of the population is on food stamps, to find out what they think about all this. Let's go talk to some people.
Anybody from the Northeast area? A lot of food stamps going on over there.
So I'm talking about the federal government shutdown affecting people's benefits, like SNAP, for example.
SNAP, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, food stamps.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How do you feel about people not getting money in their EBT cards starting November 1st? How do you feel about it? What do you think about it?
I like his location there, Hard Rock Cafe in the background. That works out good.
Man, people running out of money for food stamps.
That's unfortunate. That sucks.
Yeah, I think it's wild, and I think it's going to cause a lot of problems.
They got to hurry up and turn them back on. I want to say it's like 44 million people that'll be affected.
Yeah. Nationally? Yeah.
Nationally,
yeah, around that number.
Yeah, so I think that'll be really, really messed up if they don't open some emergency funds
Yeah,
up real
well
fast.
said, well
so
said,
they can get the
Linda.
people eating.
It's really messed up, man. I think we need to get food stamps back. I feel like the people that need it most, they get it when everybody has it.
I think it's a darn shame, that's what.
You think it's a shame?
Yeah, I do, personally.
Sweet. That's pretty cool.
And a lot of people that are going to go hungry, you know?
Food is a necessity, you know what I mean? And the fact that we're like taking that away from people, that's messed up.
Well, I'm a college student in my first year, and I have EBT, and the shutdown is really worrying me. I've heard that the EBT is being refilled. Is that not happening?
Her sanity or lack thereof might be worrying me.
They're trying to alleviate some or get some emergency funds. It's not going to be enough like nationally for everything. There's some things that Governor Shapiro is doing when it comes to food banks and all of that. But as for reloading EBT, they don't have long-term funding just yet for that, if that makes sense. What are your thoughts on all that going on?
I've worked as a social worker in public mental health for 35 years, so I'm outraged.
You're outraged, yeah.
Really, I just can't believe it, that this is, that we're in this situation with this leadership, if you will.
I think it's funny.
But if it was Democrats that were in charge or something like that, and the same thing was happening, they're doing it for the people or something like that would be their excuse. People that work in social areas. Oh, Democrats.
That they could find money to do dumb stuff like ballrooms and just the most ridiculous dumb shit that you can think of. But when it comes to
Yeah, I forget how close it was, but yeah, Pennsylvania went Trump. One of the 7 swing states.
people not being able to helping people to make their ends meet, they can't find the money for that.
Okay, so you have an EBT card.
Yeah, I do, and I'm a college student. So, and
What
I
college
have
are you
Penn State, and I'm not able to get the meal plan through the school because I have a bunch of eating restrictions. So EBT is important for me in college. So,
Do you think people are going to be starving because of this?
I mean, I already know people who are struggling in my field.
Hey, what percentage of Philly residents do you think are on food stamps?
Yeah, they would. Yeah, no matter what the situation.
I don't know. A lot. That's all I can say.
Yeah. If it was Republicans that went against funding the government, they would find a way to, Republicans bad. But when the Democrats vote not to fund the government, no, they're standing up for human rights or some silly thing.
Quite a bit.
40%. You want to include the people that don't need to be
percentage-wise.
on food stamps?
Yeah.
It's about 65-70% of the city.
I wouldn't know.
You don't know.
I just worry about me.
In Philadelphia alone, I think it's 95% of the people that's on food stamps. I think it's between 90 and 95%. A lot of people on food stamps. A lot.
I'd say 13%. 13%. So it's 30% of the city's on food stamps.
30% of a, what, 2 million person city, give or take? Let's assume that I'm right, including the outside areas, probably. That would mean 600,000 people.
Percent. That's like 1 in 3 people. Oh my gosh. 40%. You nailed it. It's about 30%. Yeah. Does that shock you at all or no?
In Philadelphia?
Yeah.
No, I would think that it would be higher. It's bad out here.
Everyone keeps guessing higher than I would have thought. So it's 30% of the entire city, right? Does that number, it obviously doesn't shock you, it doesn't sound like. Why do you think so many people in Philly are on food stamps?
Oh, man. That's a wrong answer, right?
It's not. It's a very bad situation. I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow.
Is it because they all expect brotherly love or something like that, and they're used to brotherly love type, Philadelphia, coming from the government, and they just kind of expect it?
There are a lot of good people in this country, a lot, who are going to try to band together and plug the flood.
Benefit money's running out.
Well,
Craziness.
They better do something before they start a riot in the city.
Do you think Philly would riot?
Yes. People was in the market in the stores talk about it.
They do it for NFL games. Why would they do it for snap cards?
They snapping.
Are you hearing people talking about that a bunch?
They would. Yeah.
All right.
So they better do what they gotta do.
Hey, we were just talking to a lady, and she was saying that Philly's gonna riot if they don't get food stamps. What do you think?
What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I think it's a possibility after a couple weeks. Do you agree?
Possibility, man.
Do you think that's possible or no?
I do think that would be possible.
It's like, what does the white guy think? The black guy kind of already knows what will happen, but what does the white guy think?
Because there are a lot of people here who are lower income and who heavily depend on EBT for food for their family.
I don't think it's a very violent city. I feel like there'll definitely be protests. I feel like there'll be appeals. I know people are going to speak out about what they believe in.
What do you think? You don't think so? Or
I can definitely see that happening. This is a very prideful, community-based city. There's a lot of people in here. They're the type to speak up.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do a check here. You guys probably haven't seen this in a while. Put a 1 if you're in the human in the chat. Put a 2 if you're not sure if you're quite human. It's debatable. Or put a 3 if you're definitely not human, or something like that. Okay. Put a 4 if you're a lurker. Also.
Yeah. And they're definitely not a quiet city at all. So I think they would.
Kids are gonna be hungry. People are hungry now. People are hungry with assistance. No assistance? Are you crazy? It's about to go crazy. I'm gonna get everything out of the way, and then I'm ordering the rest of my things because I'm not playing with people. I understand it, but I don't want to be in the middle of it.
Well, you guys, flavored air is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoke.
Lurkers' lives matter, guys. Lurkers' lives matter, and so does grifting and things like that. Where's that? Okay, now you went from Philadelphia back to his commercial here in California. I'm like, that's the background is not Philadelphia.
Okay, at the forefront of it all, my friends over at Fume. Have you ever caught yourself reaching for a bad habit without even thinking about it? Maybe it's because of stress or boredom, or you're just trying to fit in. Well, that's where Fume comes in. It's not about quitting, it's about replacing. Fume, the sponsor of today's video, offers a simple and enjoyable way to break away from bad habits while still having something satisfying to reach for. Fume.
I do. Obviously, whatever they're doing right now ain't working. So they need somebody to be put in place that can make better decisions.
You're a chatter and a lurker and a troll and a contributor. What else are you? Crucible Crusader, and you're a crusader. Man, you got a lot of titles. It's a lot of titles for one person to have.
Whatever's going on, this is crazy.
As far as I'm concerned, they're both at fault. It's some old Democrats that need to get their ass to moving. You got Republicans that are really holding. They really do. The older Republicans need to go too, as far as I'm concerned.
Who are you outraged at?
So I'm outraged at pseudo populism and people who are benefiting financially, and causing pain at the same time. And that's really what we have. That's the government
That's the NGOs that are paid money to help the homeless and people in need. And rather than making sure it gets divvied out to handle the problem that they were given the money to help solve, they pocket what they can and give out tidbits to the homeless, the drug addicts, and things like that, so that they stay out there. And what party predominantly has people in that run these NGOs? Anybody? It's sort of a rhetorical question, but you can answer it if you want to.
Charts right now, and I equate that with the GOP, Christian nationalism, and Trump.
We're having people that are telling us that it's done.
Christian nationalism. It's like before it was racism. This next election is going to be about Christian nationalism. Evidently, do you think is that going to be a winning thing there? Yeah, Michael knows the answer. But yeah, Christian nationalism is going to be the trigger word for 2026. You think, guys? Right?
Donald Trump's fault.
How is Donald Trump's fault? He has a cabinet. He is just a figurehead who likes to feel important. That's why he ran again. But us intelligent people, we already know that. We know so we love that about him. He didn't try to hide it.
No,
we love that.
When it comes down to
yeah. When I said NGOs, I meant and not profits. Also, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't keep the records. Yeah, they're not required to keep records. NGOs are at least required to keep. They should keep records anyway. But yeah, these nonprofit type things or whatever that say that they're non-political. Some even on the right, I'll admit. But then all they do is do political things, as you can see at the ICE building.
Blaming Donald Trump for this. Do you mind if I ask why you're blaming Donald Trump for this? We have Democrats that aren't voting the continuing resolution bill that funds the government.
I think the Democrats are weak, and I don't think they have enough to come at Donald Trump. Donald Trump has a huge constituency, and a lot of people back, and Democrats have nobody. They don't have nobody built to go against whatever Trump is bringing. I mean, Trump has a strong back
biceps.
Yeah, exactly. And Democrats.
You might want to hide your shirt there. We don't actually Paris Hilton, and things like that. I think they won't fire you for your opinion.
Have nobody.
I don't think at this point, if he went away, that would solve the problem. It's much bigger than that, and I think we all knew this is years in the making. But we're really in a situation where there are a lot of people profiting, and
I know you're always out there doing something crucial. Nice to see you in the chat there. I appreciate it. I'd like to see how slowly my numbers are going to go down here, guys. 60 people in here, 59 or so. Let's keep that number up there. I mean, I know 20 or 30 of you guys are probably aliens. Another 10 of you are probably robots. Maybe 5 or 6 are AI thingamajiggers or something like that. Because otherwise, my the poll that should still be on there would have more votes on it. Because only humans do the voting, right? And it only gives me a total of 27 votes on that paperclips versus Staples thing. Staples are ahead 59%. So all I can guarantee is that there's possibly 27 people in the chat there. There's another robot right there. Okay.
And enjoying other people's pain.
Narcissists, what do you think? Always wants to place the blame.
Oh, yep. Thanks, Barnett. Thank you for popping in there. Yep. You're not a robot. You're not a robot. Twitch doesn't have robots. They have trolls over there. Human trolls. I don't think you're a human troll, but that's the closest thing to robots is they have over there is human trolls.
That's what they're good at. No matter who they're placing it on, if it sounds good and they get people to be like, they rock with it. They'll run down the street without any facts, without any reality to it, or without anything except they're something that they heard. You heard that, but you're not being for real. Donald Trump only has so much power. There's checks and balances.
I think that it's going to be very bad.
Who said that recently? Sort of Elon Musk in that one interview, but somebody else said that eventually the robots will not take over, but kind of make humans pointless or something like that. I think some important person said that recently.
Bad for nutritional health long term. We're not taking care of young people's brains and bodies, and that will have a devastating and lasting effect on all of our country and humanity for years to come.
At the end of his 4 years, do you think he's going to end up doing a better job than Kamala would have done?
Yes, I'm not trust Kamala either. She was.
I love her reactions, her face.
I'm not gonna talk about no black woman on camera, but I vote for Trump, and I stand on that.
Who's that an issue with? Where you have 30%?
She should be a comedian. I'll be back.
Of people in a city on food stamps. What are your thoughts about that? Or do you think it's not a problem at all?
I think it's a big problem. I think it also goes way back. It's about gentrification. So people this is a very expensive city to live in. A lot of people do business here. There's a lot to.
Cameron, like, I'd rather watch the dog than here's the stupid stuff this person says.
Profit from, but there are also people who've been here for decades and decades, and their families are here from generations to come, and it's hard to live.
Realistically, the minimum wage is 7 something. It doesn't matter how hard you push. It's
minimum wage, $15 an hour. Illinois department. What's he showing me? Illinois when he's in Philadelphia. Whatever.
7 in Philadelphia?
725, 750. The wage that we would need to make it in the city and save money and everything is $43 an hour. $43 an hour.
Yeah, pretty well.
Who's making $43 an hour?
Well, maybe there's just not enough.
Hey, Jeffy, are you surprised I have this many people watching at night here? Rob Noor Raid. Make sure you guys follow Rob Noor out there. I would link his channel, but most of you guys came from his channel already. Only 5 or 6 other people that weren't here, but somebody could spell out Rob Noor or something like that is out there or whatever. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
They're paying jobs like that. There are people making that much for sure,
Yeah,
but not enough.
Not the working class. Not the working class in Philly are not making $43 an hour. They're not. If you're
NOERR, or is there 1 R or 2 R's? I think there's 2 R's.
actually like a supervisor, might be making $20 to $25 an hour.
Normal America is the channel also.
Is that a failure in leadership?
Yeah, the Nite crew, the Rob crew. I know. Oh, hey, there's a good man. Good man, Charlie Brown. There we go. So who else is a good man that was already subbed to me before you popped over here, guys? Who is? I'm going to do a little check here real quick here while we're at it here. This will give me a good indication of how many people weren't already subbed to me, even though I hang out with the Rob crew once in a while, and how many people that recently subscribed here. So check my YouTube studio here. Oops. Wait. Okay. I'm guessing that most of you guys that are human already subscribed to me because I only had 1 subscriber recently. I was at 4,127 before. Now I'm at 4,128. So if you guys do have trouble finding the subscribe button, but it sounds like most of you guys already found it already, it's over here. There's a subscribe button right over this ballpark over here. When you get this out of your way, I'll get that out of your way. Right over that ballpark right there. I'm trying to, anyway, it's probably different on your screen than my screen. But over there, click on that subscribe, click on the notification bell. There's also a like button over here somewhere, I believe. You're new. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. So you're one of the newbies. You're probably the 4,128th. Good deal. Good deal. If you talk to your friends, tell them I need 2 more to get 4,130. I know it's a silly number. I don't care.
So many people are relying on, taxpayer dollars for food.
Most definitely, because they took something that was meant to be a means for a moment, temporary, and turned it into something that's a lifetime. Most definitely, yes.
And do you think a lot of people are using it lifetime?
Yes. Yeah, I know some.
I think it's a failure of themselves, if you really want to be honest, because it's not hard to get a job. You know what I mean? People want to tend to take the easy way out. Oh, I'm gonna get this. I know I can get applied for it, and I know it's gonna come right away. But to be honest with you, it's a lot of jobs hiring out here.
I think it might be leadership and the people that are dependent on it.
I know a lot of people that's on food stamps that don't actually need to be on food stamps. You know what I mean? And I feel as though a lot of this is going to affect the children. That's the children and the old folks is really what I care about, because that's everybody for real. You know what I mean?
We were just talking to a guy. He was mainly concerned about the children and the elderly that are maybe on SNAP, right? It was mainly who he was focused on, and he was saying that he believes there's a lot of people abusing these systems. Do you think so or no?
I think there's been a lot of research on that. Abuse of any kind of system is a given. I don't think that there's a lot of abuse of this. Absolutely not.
Do you think people are abusing the system?
What else would a person that works in the government say besides that? What else is somebody who works in the social part of the government going to say? Like, of course there's no abuse of it. No. I'm not just saying that because I profit from it, No, there's no abuse of the system at all. We would never do something like that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I think people do abuse the system, and
This guy's one of them here, yeah.
a lot of people that don't want to work because they know they can get it.
You think there's a lot of people abusing the system?
Yes.
How do they do that, do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't really know because I don't know about it. I mean, I've worked all my life, and so I don't know how to abuse it. So,
but in essence, yeah, he knows that there's people that do that kind of stuff because he works as a hotel valet and everything. He probably sees a lot of stuff, that under the table kind of stuff.
You're just saying you think that people around the city, they're abusing it?
I know for a fact. I do hotel security, so I know people that talk about it and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hurts people that have kids and families that need it, especially if they're disabled or something like that. It hurts those people,
Oh, on Twitch, you're gonna make me look at my Twitch, Mr. I appreciate you popping in over there. I rarely pay attention to Twitch because usually assume that I'm just going to get trolls over there. Not saying you're a troll or anything like that, but just check things out here. Yeah, just follow my Twitch just in case YouTube doesn't like something I say. And go to Twitch or Rumble or something like that. But just to check out my Twitch. What was your question there? Don't I should be an affiliate still over there. Yes, there's the Cheers or whatever. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I still have the affiliate status or whatever it is over there. I'm surprised they haven't knocked me off of that or whatever. I stream there. That's all they care is I stream over there, but I haven't seen any bits go my way over on Twitch in quite a while. Not that I need any or anything like that. Yeah, I know you are. Posture check. Oh, one of those things. Oh, those kind of things. I got you. I might not see those things or whatever, or the StreamYards or whatever. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
30% of the city's on food stamps. Do you think any of that's abuse in the system? What system? When it comes to taking advantage of benefits when you shouldn't be getting those benefits, what do you think?
What benefits? Food?
Yeah.
Oh, what? No, you can't abuse. Come on. Yeah, I feel like you can't abuse food. Everyone needs food. I know when people, they'll be like, oh, they're spending on some silly like DoorDash, they still getting food. I feel like you can't really abuse that. They're not giving you, they give you money.
What if you're buying like junk food or you didn't need it and you were on the program anyways? You still cool with that?
I mean, if the FDA wants to approve junk food, then we should be able to purchase it. It's still junk food, For
food stamps, you think?
100%. What you want them to eat green? You want them to go to Whole Foods with the little $100? No.
Yeah, I'm saying, if you're gonna get food stamps, especially because there's definitely some people that have food stamps that use it wrongly or have the money to buy food but use the food stamps anyways to save money, even though
there's something wrong with that.
No, I don't think there's something wrong with that, but I definitely think there's some people who use it that it could be used in a better place.
The government throwing money every which way. We might as well just throw the $100 to our citizens to eat. That's fine.
I think people that work should get it, and older people that's able to work and get around like me, go get a job. And you wouldn't have to worry.
Get a job.
About this, trying to go to. Oh yeah, I'm about to do this, do that. The shutdown ain't bothering me because I got a job at the end of the day.
I know quite a few people personally that are on food stamps, and it really get them by. That little extra $100 a week, $100 whatever on that little card, that really gets them by. It really helps.
I mean, ultimately, it takes a long time for things. It's a big ship, so it's a lot of responsibility for city government to be able to make changes.
Yeah.
And I don't know the local government, so it's hard for me to really speak on that. But that being said, it does take a long time to make changes. So it's not something that they can do overnight. But that being said, it is the responsibility of the city government to make sure that people are fed and taken care of, and that is a huge.
Hey, YouTube, can you make sure YouTube is working? Put a 1 in the chat if YouTube is working for you. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not sure if it's working for you.
Thing that they have to take ownership of. If it's 3 out of 10 people that aren't getting fed or that are reliable on food stamps, and that's something they need to address.
Like when you look around where you're at right now, this is not the whole city. Right. This is a small part of the city.
A tiny little sliver.
It gets real tight in other parts of the city.
Do you think they're getting those tight parts of the city? Do you think they're getting enough resources?
No, I don't at all.
I know how to survive. I don't need the government to survive. I don't depend on the government. And that's what a lot of people feel like. Y'all depend on the government.
Props.
Had jobs. Get out there and do what y'all gotta do. Y'all wouldn't be scared and worry about what's going on. Oh my God, this going on. You had your stuff in order. It wouldn't bother you. It don't bother me.
All right, everyone, that is it for today. So we had some pretty interesting conversations. Let me know you guys.
I put in the description James Klug down there. If you're not following him, make sure you follow him out there. He was also in Portland at the ice building a while back also, if you didn't see that. Actually, I'll put his link in the channel also right there. Check him out there. Hopefully I'll see him next time. I always go there at night. I just can't make it out there at night. Anyway, let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, just want to stay up late. Is that what you're trying to do? Staying up late past your bedtimes? Yeah. Hopefully you guys don't have bedtimes, because if you have bedtimes, that it would mean you're too young to be on YouTube, I would guess. But anyway, I'm full of bad jokes tonight. It's my thing. Saw that one. Should do another. Try and mix it up here. Usually those are my two favorites are those guys there. But let's go check out Ask America with Edgar. No, I already saw that one actually. Here, replace that one. Delete that one. Liberty Hangout. Political Brawls. This guy here. I haven't watched him in quite a while. Let's check him out.
Throw it as hard as you want. Go on. Watching it zip away feels like it might just keep going, right? Nope, here it comes.
Would you take a Somali immigrant or Afghan immigrant into your home? We're trying to get people to pledge to commit to that.
I don't even want to be in my home.
You think that Americans should welcome in third world immigrants?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
We're trying to see if people would take a Somali or Afghan immigrant into their home.
What do you mean by take into their home?
Like, do you have extra space for them and they can come from the third world and stay with you?
I'm a student. I don't have a home right now.
We're a country that's inclusive of all nationalities, all countries.
Is she going to take him into their home? Is she going to do it?
Countries, all peoples of the world.
Would you sign our petition here to stop Trump's racist immigration ban? Could you take, how many immigrants could you take into your home from third world countries that he blocked?
I couldn't take any.
I don't want people to stay in my home.
If you're concerned about these people, you can take care of them.
No, I'm not.
Hey guys, this is Matt Miller with Little World. Today I'm here in liberal Washington, D.C., in one of the most affluent neighborhoods, Capitol Hill, asking people what do they think of President Trump pausing migration from third world countries, 19 countries he's designated, including Somalia, Afghanistan, and Venezuela. I also want to see, would they be willing to take in a migrant from one of these countries into their own homes? Let's see.
Here, this is a pretty good way to go here. I'm just going to, I'll do it a different way.
These folks will put their money where their mouth is. You think that Americans should welcome in third world immigrants?
I mean, yeah, I think so. There's a vetting process, but yeah.
There's a vetting process. Like, how important is that vetting process in your opinion?
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs, but I think it's important to do a solid vetting process. Yeah.
Do you think that there might be complications with doing a vetting process with a country like Afghanistan, for example, where it's like the Taliban runs Afghanistan? Like, how good are their records, criminal records on people, financial records? Could it be a challenge to actually properly vet people from there?
I mean, it might be a challenge. Yeah. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of the immigration process, but I know that the guy who committed the shooting, like he worked with the CIA-backed, arms group. So yeah.
He did. Yeah, he was helping American troops fighting the Taliban, but obviously, you know, he was still an anti-American radical of some sort. What do you think?
What about him?
Yeah.
I don't know his background, but I did hear that, like, yeah, he was pretty seriously disturbed.
We're trying to see if people would take a Somali.
Well, she's acting educated. That's good.
Or Afghan immigrant into their home. Would you do something like that?
Sure. Yeah, I'm not a bit against immigrants. Yeah.
Okay. No,
what do you mean by take into their home?
Like, do you have extra space for them? Because right now, like, Trump's going to shut down. But like, if you invite somebody into your home, then they can come from the third world and stay with you.
I'm a student. I don't have a home right now.
You don't have any room in your dorm or anything?
No, I'm not even from DC. I'm from California. So.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
It's terrible.
Why do you think it's terrible?
Because we're a country that's inclusive of all nationalities, all countries, all peoples of the world.
Are you concerned about the 19 countries that he designated?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think we should take them in, right?
Yes. They should be vetted and we should take them in, but to just blanketly say no more is terrible.
Can I ask you, would you sign our petition here to stop Trump's racist immigration ban? Could you take, how many immigrants could you take into your home from third world countries that he blocked?
I couldn't take any. I live in Wisconsin.
And we can send them to Wisconsin for you. We just need your email address. Do you mind if could we ask you your name and your email, and then how many you'd like?
What do you mean to take in?
Just to take them in, because now they're not going to.
People just don't understand anything, you know. It's like if you're okay bringing them into your country, you know, that people aren't here, then you should be okay bringing them into your neighborhood or your house, you know. Same concept.
Be able to come to the U.S., but you can invite them into your home and take care of them.
I couldn't do that at this time.
Okay.
Too old.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. President Trump blocking immigration from third world countries?
I don't think it's good.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm not for him. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
Would you take a Somali immigrant or Afghan immigrant into your home? We're trying to get people to pledge to commit to that.
I don't even want to be in my home. Like what?
Well, then they can come to America if you invite them in. You know, if you can get them in the country to stay with you, would you do that? Would you sign? We just need your email and then how many you'd like to take.
Are you guys like right wing? What is this? Is it like satire?
We're YouTubers.
Yeah, no, I don't fucking have space for immigrants. I'm just saying I don't want to like why block them from third world countries.
Why block them from third world countries?
Yeah.
Well, for
they are third world countries, block them from coming here as a third world country where they can't contribute properly to society.
Example, like the Taliban runs Afghanistan, right? So if we're trying to vet people from third world countries, how good are their records, criminal record keeping or financial records?
You understand, like when we were at war with the Taliban, there were Afghanistanis who were fighting for us, with them, absolutely. Against them. You get that?
I do understand that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We understand that. You silly person. Yeah. He's probably 5 or 10 years older than you. So yeah, he knows things.
Cool.
Does that? So how does that affect?
Why is blocking specifically third world? Like why is it like the record keeping is so much better in the first world? Is that the
Washington D.C. liberals. What's different usually? What's your major difference usually between a third world country and a first world country like the United States? What's one of those major things that you really need to make a good society? You know. Here, I'm kind of giving you a hint, guys. What's the one thing that usually first world countries have that third world country Yeah. Good answers. Good answers. But I'm sort of giving you a little bit of a hint here. Not a great hint, but a little bit of a hint. You see the hint I'm giving you or not? I mean, religion. Yeah, I mean, third world countries have religion also. Just sometimes they over practice. If you know what I mean. Hair. Yeah. No, Michael, you guys are trying to be funny. Quality education. Morals, ethics. Yeah. Quality education. Quality education. That'd be my answer. There's probably other things. You guys had other good answers too, but does it make sense? Quality education, people are informed and can sort of do things beyond a third grade education, in the United States, even though some people in the United States, like this guy, don't have a brain. If we only had a brain. You guys have got jokes in the chat.
Reason? Yeah, when we're talking about vetting processes, we need information on these individuals who are coming from these war-torn areas. They don't have stable governments. The government's changing every other week. So we can't really get the information about them that we need. I mean, is that a valid concern in your mind?
I don't know. It feels a little slimy to be like.
They better allow my curbs on campus.
Abandon Afghanistan and then not let them back, like not help out the good ones or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Well, Trump administration would just say like it's not worth the risk right now while we have so many tens of millions of illegals in this country already.
I just feel like you're singling out for like no specific reason. I feel like you got scumbags everywhere. Why fuck up Afghanistan even more?
There's just a lot of people there, not everybody, but there's a lot of people there, and in Somalia and the other countries on his list that hold anti-American sentiments. They're also deeply Islamist, are in those countries that don't really hold American values. That's kind of the main concern. How can we sift through these people if we can't properly vet them because their countries, they don't have like record keeping that's up to our standards, I guess. Let's try to find one
record keeping would be another big one too, yeah.
Person on Capitol Hill that will take a third world migrant.
I'm all for immigration, but immigration legally.
Okay.
If they can come in like our ancestors did in a legal manner, I'm all for it. We need the workers, we need the people. But all this sneaking in through the borders, running through, just cutting in front of the line, I'm not for.
Absolutely. Now, one of the concerns is that these third world countries that were designated, the 19 on the list.
Yeah. I'm not grifting, guys. I'm not grifting, okay? I'm not grifting at all. I'm not telling you to hit the like button, okay? I'm not telling you to hit that poll question also over there, wherever it went to. But anyway, or the subscribe button. I'm not doing it, okay? That's not me doing it, okay? Just FYI, that's not me doing it.
A lot of these places they don't have modern record keeping, so we can't actually vet who they are. Like if we ask the Taliban who's running Afghanistan, who are these people? I mean, are you concerned about that too? Like,
yeah, that's a concern. You don't know who you're allowing into the country. It could be someone just like the one who just shot to national security. I'm sorry, National Guard.
Yeah.
And whoever else. That's a tough one. Unfortunately, you eliminate a lot of good people. But unless we're sure, I would not be for just allowing them to come in unless we could track who they are.
It's not worth the risk.
No, it's not. No.
So we're trying to find one person who will actually take an immigrant from one of these third world countries into their home so that they can come to America. Would you do that?
Oh, yeah, I would.
You would?
Yeah.
Will we get your signature and your email address?
I have nothing to write with.
Yeah. And would you like one from Somalia or Afghanistan, or do you have a preference?
I don't have a preference.
Wow.
That was a weird kind of turnabout there. I'm assuming he's assuming that they're vetted and that they're allowed to come in, because here he kind of said that, yes, make sure that they're good people allowed to come in and things like that. He was assuming that he's on the same page.
I didn't see that one coming. That guy seemed like he was the most anti-open borders, third world immigration, but he actually said he would invite somebody from the third world into his house. Probably well vetted. He's going to want to know who it is and their whole background and their situation.
Exactly. That's what it was on that thing, yeah.
But thank you to that guy. What a trooper. Why would he ban?
Yeah. Why would you ban it? Tell me.
So he's concerned that these places don't have like proper record keeping, so we can't vet them effectively.
So they're all murderers and they are all rapists and they are bad hombres. I'm quoting him. I think it's
hombres.
One of his unfortunate policies. Are you a Republican?
Am I a Republican? Well, I'm just a reporter here today.
But are you a Republican or not?
Yeah, I'm more conservative, yes.
I can tell by the question you're asking. So you are probably in favor of banning immigration from third world countries,
I'm
right?
more interested in what you think.
I think we should check. The whole immigration policy is a disaster here in the United States. You can tell I'm not American. And but what is being done right now is...
Well, we can tell you're from the Eastern Bloc countries and you are not a big fan of communism. Is what we can tell, that you don't want people crossing your border illegally, like Germany and Russia did a long time ago. So yeah, you're probably not big fans of that kind of stuff back in the day.
Unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, because it creates a lot of unhappiness, a lot of misery, and we need people. She doesn't take into consideration. That's about it.
I mean, are you concerned though that, let's say, for example,
I'm
Afghanistan?
an immigrant.
Yes.
I'm not an immigrant, actually. I came here because my work brought me here. I didn't think I wanted ever to come to this country, but
Okay.
then I liked it.
Yeah.
Now I have my doubts.
Oh, you don't like America?
No, I don't like Trump.
You don't like Trump. So what he's
Wait a second. She's anti-bad immigration policy. Not a fan of Trump. Let's see what's going on here.
concerned about is that like Afghanistan that runs, I'm sorry, the Taliban runs Afghanistan.
Oh, good. We did get 3 other people did hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys. Now we're at 4,131. I appreciate some people hitting the subscribe button. Not that I'm grifting. Not that I'm grifting.
As an example, do we think that they have proper record keeping of individuals coming from that country where we could vet them appropriately? Or Somalia, that's another war-torn country?
They are all gangsters there. He just said it yesterday. They're garbage. What are you asking? That's his definition of people from countries. It's not a way to cooperate in the 21st century.
Okay.
Not at all. It's an insult. It's what he
Yeah,
does.
he's responding to the people in Minnesota who stole hundreds of millions of dollars from the taxpayers, sent it to terrorist groups in Somalia.
Oh, we know.
Are those people garbage?
We know that for sure. That
Yeah.
all the Somalis
Well, the New York-
Minnesota stole and sent it to terrorist
New York Times, yeah.
groups.
Yes, the New York Times reported. Do you trust the New York Times?
All the people in Minnesota are gangsters or sending.
That's not what he said. He said a specific group of people and everything there have a high tendency to send their money back across the thing. Anyway. Ooh. I'm going to let chat decide on this one here. When I raid you guys to somewhere, assuming they're both going to be around, Marte or Grumple, okay? Marte or Grumple. Put your answer in the chat. When I raid you in a second there, those are the 2 guys I see that are live right now. So that way you guys won't yell at me or something like that if we send you guys to the wrong area. Marte or Grumple. Marte, we got an answer, a question for Marte. We'll keep going here for now.
Money to terrorists in Somalia.
But there were over 50 that were Somali migrants they sent it to, and that's what he was reacting to.
No.
And if you're curious what they're doing or whatever, ninja watching is what Marte is doing. Grumples has a test stream after fresh OS install. Not exactly the most exciting things in the world right now, but it's the only lives I see right now.
What I think what he wants is a white America. He doesn't want people of a different color in their skin to come to this country. It should be
Okay, I had a bad opinion about her.
white, and it should be Christian. And he does everything to throw out the people who are not like that. He can do it.
Why do so many Hispanics and blacks support him and voted for him in the last election?
Well, we will see if they vote again.
Okay.
I doubt it.
Can I ask, would you take a third world migrant into your home? We're trying to get people to sign up and
Why
commit.
my home? I don't
Because-
take Americans in my home.
Well, just so that they can come here. Because
In
now,
my home? No.
yeah, can
I
you?
have a dog, it's enough.
But why wouldn't you want one?
I don't want
invite
people
one?
in my home. I live alone. It's fine.
So you don't want you wouldn't want to take.
Anybody to come to my home.
Okay.
Certainly not the
Oh, she's not understanding the.
Republican.
Well, what about a Somali? What about a Somali migrant? No.
But it's a question. It's absolutely absurd because I don't want people to stay in my home.
You just said you welcome them into your country, into America, but you won't welcome them into your home.
But if you're concerned about these people, you can take care of them.
No, I'm not. I think he creates misery amongst these people.
So the main problem, the real.
You create misery in the fact that you won't. There's people that want to come to live in America. His question is, will you offer up your place, a safe place to come to America? Otherwise, they have to stay in Somalia or something like that. You just, by answering no, you kept 2 people stuck in their country. That's his question.
Concern here with what President Trump is trying to do, blocking immigration from these 19 third world countries, is that these places don't have modern record keeping. They don't have reliable record keeping on these individuals. So we don't really know who these people are. You know, think about going to Somalia and asking the Somali government for in-depth.
Obviously, a country controlled by the Taliban and another country controlled by the Houthis. I wonder why they wouldn't have record keeping. Liberals.
details about somebody. They just don't have those sorts of resources. The governments are in shambles. They're war-torn places. So it's just not worth the risk, is what the Trump administration has decided. These places that have anti-American sentiments, whether it be Venezuela, Afghanistan, Somalia, etc., it's just not worth the risk right now.
Check out Political Brawls. He does a nice job also out there doing interview stuff like this. Very quality stuff. There's the channel, and it's also in the description down below. Is that enough, guys? Or you guys want to need a radio over there or somewhere else? Do a news clip tomorrow. I think you guys are hitting the follow button and all that stuff there that I don't grift for or anything like that. And so some of you guys call me grifters. I am not a grifter. Just because I ask you to press 1 if you're you like pineapples on your pizza, and 2 if you don't like pineapples on your pizza. Just because I try to get engagement in the channel by asking questions like that does not mean that I'm a grifter, okay? It just means I want you to keep you guys busy. I know I got 50 people, but I'm still thinking about 10 of them are robots, another 10 are AI, something like that. And Michael does not like a pineapple on his pizza. Okay. I appreciate it, the party. I appreciate it. Let's see what else we got going on here. Plus, it gives me a chance to get rid of some of these older videos and things like that that I'd like to clean house, so to speak, sort of like a digital cleaning of the house. Playlist. Ooh, this one I already watched here too. We're down. That makes it down to 16 there. Good, good, good. Should we go back to Liberty Hangout again? It's only a 12-minute video there.
What are some behaviors of Trump supporters that you would point to and say, yeah, that's kind of sick or mentally ill?
They're kind of stuck in this realm of like being constantly fed propaganda that they don't even realize that they're spewing.
Make sure you follow Liberty Hangout if you're not doing that already. So channels in the chat. I don't want to sort of pull her content too much without giving her proper shout outs.
All of this essentially non-facts. They don't understand that what they're being told is lies.
And there's unlimited amounts of gender.
I don't know how many genders there are, but something to be aware of is that this isn't something new either, because transgender has been a thing for thousands of years. There's multiple different genders.
Yes, it's been a thing. But before 2012, it was considered a mental illness. Do you understand these things? Anybody want to do a double check? At least that's what I heard the other day. When did America stop calling transgender behavior a mental illness? 2013. Okay, guys. Yeah, 2013 is when the APA's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders changed the diagnosis from a gender identity disorder to gender dysphoria, recognizing that being transgender isn't inherently a disorder, but the distress, the dysphoria from the incongruence between identity and assigned sex can be a treatable condition. Psychiatry.org. Interesting.
In other cultures.
Well, yeah, how many genders are there?
I'm not someone that's educated enough maybe to answer that, but I understand that.
Do you think any of these liberals and out there know that basic kind of concept that 12 years ago it was considered a mental illness?
Gender is a social construct.
Delicious. Where'd you get that at?
Now it's considered a social construct in their minds. I don't even see that on this information here, but before it was a social construct, it was a mental illness. Interesting how the things change. Biology doesn't usually change like that, but evidently these other things do. Or this guy's trying to impress a woman or something.
It's an accent up front.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make a stop there. That looks delicious. Okay, first of all, you guys from Florida?
No, we're from Louisiana.
Oh, perfect. Do you know who? No, she's from Missouri, not Louisiana. That's right, I mixed that up. Oh, anyway, do you know who Jasmine Crockett is? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you guys think of her?
I mean, she seems like she's got a good future.
She does, yeah. Recently, she said that Trump supporters were sick and mentally ill. Would you guys agree with her in that assessment of Trump supporters?
Kind of put on the spot with this one, but I think that there's a subset of Trump supporters that definitely are really a little too far gone sometimes. They just like are in a cult, I guess.
Okay.
It definitely comes across that way.
So, like just a small section, or would you say?
Okay, I'm glad he didn't go with the mental illness, because my comeback was going to be the people that you say are part of a spectrum 12 years ago were considered mentally ill, medically speaking.
General, her comments would be correct.
If I'm being general, I'd say yeah, I kind of agree at times, yeah.
Okay, and what are some behaviors of Trump supporters that you would point to and say, yeah, that's kind of sick or mentally ill?
So I think that they're kind of stuck in this realm of like being constantly fed propaganda that they don't even realize.
Is this projection, guys? Is this projection here?
They're spewing all of this essentially non-facts. They don't understand that what they're being told is lies, and so
What lie did I just tell there? Lie. This is right off of Google, right off of psychiatry.org here. In 2019, the World Health Organization removed transgender-related conditions from the mental disorders chapter in its International Classification of Diseases, ICD-11, reclassifying them under conditions related to sexual health to reduce stigma. World Health Organization. So in 2019, the World Health Organization was calling transgenders mentally ill. 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
just like the ability to be blatantly racist.
YouTube, just FYI or whatever. I don't think I said anything inappropriate, but if by chance that I have during this stream so far, this video uses fair use for the purpose of criticism, commentary, satire, news reporting, teaching, education, and research, as you just heard about the research. Thank you.
They're being fed and then spewing.
Usually it has to do with crime statistics whenever it comes to immigrants, or a lot of transgender misinformation. They are...
Yes, those crime statistics you're talking about. Why wouldn't authorities want to, in liberal states, want to deal with charging criminal migrants with crimes, when they can kind of let them slip and things like that in certain situations? Why wouldn't blue state Democrats want to kind of incarcerate those people? Anybody? Why wouldn't these people do this that are in these cities do that? Rhetorical question, but you can answer it if you want to.
Fed things to make it seem like these issues are massive and they're overwhelmingly affecting them, whenever a lot of times it's the smallest percentage you could imagine. And they think that 50% of the population is transgender almost, which doesn't make any sense to someone logical, but,
If I had to play devil's advocate here, I think a lot of people are just sick, Trump supporters in general are just sick of that stuff being shoved down their throat. They've been fed this, if you're going to be canceled and banned and fired from your job if you don't support Pride Month and transgender people and everything like that. And I think most of them are worried about the children. Not so much the adults, but I think most of them are worried about how this impacts children. Would you say that that's a fair concern?
I think that's a narrative that's been taken on, is even just from whenever, before we fully accepted, which I don't think is necessarily accepted, but accepted gay as...
I know he said 50% transgender, but just FYI, around 9.3% of American adults identified as LGBTQ plus in a 2024 Gallup poll. There's more research for you.
The gay people into society, that was also a thing that they were like, oh, the children. And now it's like, okay, well, that's accepted, so let's move it to, let's figure out how we can work that into transgender now.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just more so...
Well, let me ask you this, do you think children and minors should be able to transition?
I'm not fully educated on it, but I do see that...
Obviously.
Doctors, a lot of times, is who I would trust. They're saying
before 2019, those doctors, the World Health Organization doctors, were saying those children that believe that they're something that they're not are children, or that they have a mental health disorder, or that their parents have a mental health disorder if they believe that their children are something other than what God made them. That's what was happening in your medical field before 2013, 2019.
One thing that makes me think that for a child's mental health, sometimes maybe that is the right direction to start going down. I think that we've seen enough statistics to say that children are self-harming whenever we're preventing them from doing that.
What statistics?
What statistics?
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not going to be able to cite a study, but
You just said something that made a claim, basing it on statistics. At least say somebody in the news said it or something like that. Don't make a claim unless you can back it up.
Just numbers, even.
See, that's not because I tend to agree with this type of. I'm more biased to accept this form of statistics. I can.
Because I agree with the statistics, I'm going to believe them rather than question.
See that and say, okay, well, I trust it, and so I'm not going to remember any number. I just understand.
About 97% of children who claim that they're transgender, if you don't go through with any type of surgery or hormone replacement therapy, by the time they're an adult, they're 18, they nearly 100% of them grow out of it and don't want to go forward with a chemical or surgical transition.
So then it sounds like it's not necessarily an issue to do a hormone blocker or something like that, because you can always just change your mind after the fact. Maybe.
We don't know, because this is so new to do to children. We don't know the effects.
But I think that also something to be aware of is that this isn't something new either, because transgender has been a thing for thousands of years. There's multiple.
Yes, mental illness, schizophrenia, acting crazy for no reason has been around for thousands of years. But guess what? We usually lock those people up in a loony bin for the past thousands of years. Just because it's been around doesn't mean it's a normal thing to be in society. Common sense, guys, common sense.
Different genders in other cultures.
Well, yeah, how many genders are there?
I'm not someone that's educated enough maybe to answer.
I think, Michael, from a little science I looked at or whatever, if they take it for like 4 months or 6 months or more, then the odds that they won't be able to reproduce go up dramatically.
But I understand that gender is a social construct, and so.
Would you say Trump supporters, part of that sick and mentally ill, is constantly claiming there's only two genders?
I think they're confusing sex with gender.
Okay.
In sex, we have male and female, and gender is a different entire definition for it. So,
And there's unlimited amounts of gender.
I don't know how many genders there are, but I'm also not someone that's going to.
Probably not going to ask him this, but when did the word gender come out? If genders and trans have been out for thousands of years, when did the term gender kind of hit society? Evidently, I think it's been out for thousands of years,
Force my beliefs on someone and say, no, you can't do that, especially whenever it doesn't harm anyone.
There's no children being harmed in that, right?
Not that I'm aware of. I think.
What did Charlie say? Two sexes, male and female. And so he says something else in between that and their infinite personalities or something like that. What was his famous line or something like that? There's two sexes, male and female, infinite personalities. There's another number he said in between those things. I can't remember.
I think that maybe we could.
Well, Chloe Cole, she's a woman who at the age of 15 went to a doctor. They told her that she was transgender, and they removed her breast at the age of 15. And now she has a mutilated and scarred body, and she regrets it every day. And so now she speaks out against this going on with children and people being subjected to this mistreatment by doctors for money. Do you think that's an example of what Trump supporters are worried about?
I imagine that is an extremely small portion.
Yeah, very well said, Nicholas. Yep.
Of an example.
You think most children that cut their boobs off or go through chemical castration, most of them are okay when they get to adults?
I'm not really educated enough to know that, but I also know that.
But you're evidently educated enough to know that trans has been around for thousands of years. Holy cow.
You can easily cherry pick anything to make something look a certain type of way.
Like you've done the entire conversation.
And yeah, so there's this bad example, but there's also other examples of people turning transgender, understanding that's who they are, and growing up.
Suicide rate doesn't, you said mental health, suicide rate does not improve after transition.
Well, yeah, but maybe that's also a cultural thing. That's why we're trying to say, accept them as people, and then they won't feel as much hate. Like it's legitimately, it's the same way it was to be gay.
feelings, nothing more than feelings.
Now we've taken that hate and we turned it towards, oh, now let's hate people that are transgender. So maybe if we didn't hate them so much, maybe if we didn't give them.
Who hates transgender people?
I mean, I've heard enough. I've listened to enough debates to know that it's a massive topic for Trump supporters, and usually it's very much.
Answer the question. Who hates the people, basically? Do we hate the people, or do we hate the behavior, the ideology, the things that the hormones do to people? Do we hate the people? No.
So they are against it, and they don't understand it, I think. And that's, if you took the time, I think, to just understand that, like, that's just a human being, and we should treat them with love, and we should be understanding of who they want to be. That's their decision. It has nothing to do with you.
I don't think Trump supporters hate those people. I think they care about those people, and I think they feel worried for those people that they're going down a path that is not mentally.
I think they usually leave people alone, and that's it.
Yeah.
Leave people alone, let them live the way they want to live.
Yeah, so I agree, and I think most Trump supporters would agree. But for the past decade.
Okay, when I wanted to go into a Safeway without a mask, without a thing punched into my arm, then you guys were okay with that, right, guys? You're fine with that. You would say, yeah, you be you. Yeah, I'm sure you were like that back then. Yep. Pretty sure you said, yeah, thank you for proving that you don't need to wear that piece of cloth in here. No, I'm pretty sure you're the types that would have said, get out of here, you're hurting everybody. You're affecting other people with your ideology.
Do children deserve to be protected from this ideology that leads them down a path of cutting off their boobs?
To push your own narratives at all times.
Pushing your own narratives at all times. Yes. What can that do when your narrative is pushed in school and oh my goodness.
I should. Yeah, there's entire cities holding youth pride events. There's doctors cutting off the boobs and chemically castrating children, minors. It is an issue to worry about the children. They are voiceless and they deserve protection. They deserve people to speak up to protect them. Don't you think? I mean, you care about children and the fact that trans children deserve health care.
The farmers market day, to be honest.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. You don't want to talk to me?
No, I don't. No.
Well, you guys are claiming that me, a Trump supporter, I'm sick and I'm mentally ill and I'm in a cult. Yeah. So you disagree with him?
I don't necessarily disagree. I never said anything.
Yeah.
It is kind of interesting that we're just trying to enjoy a Saturday, and you know that politics in general is very divisive.
Yeah.
And you're going to come and sit over here and talk to us as though, and act like everything's going to be cool, and then all of a sudden we're talking about a divisive topic on a Saturday morning.
So I asked you if you wanted to sit down and talk, and then I asked you if you knew who Jasmine Crockett was, and then you agreed with her that Trump supporters are sick and mentally ill and in a cult.
Yeah.
But then you go on to explain how you think children should be given hormone treatments, and that it's hateful to not do that.
I think parents and doctors and children can all work together and do what they feel is right, just as you do.
Is it ever right to cut the breast off of a healthy 17-year-old female?
Go through many meetings and appointments deciding if this is right for that child, and they decide. It's not up to you.
If a child said that they were a cow, would you put them out in a pasture and leave them out there to eat grass?
That's not happening. Luckily, it's not happening. Just like with the children who got litter boxed in school. That's not happening.
Are you kidding me? Obviously, these people have not had kids. What are 1 to 3 year olds and 4 year olds kind of known for kind of believing in things like that? You know, they see something on TV. Wow, cat, doggy. I want to be a doggy. Goodness gracious, these people are just.
We've never seen any confirmed studies of that.
But even worse than a child pretending to be a cow, there are doctors and parents out there going out there and they're cutting the breasts off of 15-year-old girls.
I just want to take it back to my wife just said that she's not comfortable right now with this conversation. And instead of you saying, you know what, I respect that, you actually forced the conversation longer. So why not?
You guys kept engaging. If you would prefer me to leave, I will leave. But you haven't asked that. So you guys keep engaging in conversation with me.
I think you should probably leave.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to my cult now. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Now more than ever for all.
Link is in the description if you haven't hit her link already, right there. Check her out or whatever she's grifting for here or something like that. Or security fund. Oh, Patreon. Right? She likes the Patreon. I don't have a Patreon because I'm not a grifter. So nothing wrong with grifting. Though you can grift all that you want there. But anywho, her kids would eat crayons. Possibly. Hey, Jeffy. All right. I think we're at 11:37. And how many humans do we have in the chat, guys? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a human. Put a 2 in the chat if you're a robot or AI or something like that. You know, see if there's any more humans still in the chat here that are worth rating over to Grumple. I think I'll send you to Grumple just because he's not Farney's still hanging out there. Good. Jeffy's still hanging out there. Good. What was I going to say? S. Barnett. Hey, wow, you're like the only one on Twitch. Thank you for hanging out over there. That is some props because I think you're the only one on Twitch yet. It says 2, but I think the other one's a Nightbot or something like that. Cult of Common Sense on this channel. Yep. True enough. Anybody on Twitter by chance? I don't put a 4 if you're on Twitter by chance, guys. I don't know if there's going to be any people putting a 4, but if you're on follow my Twitter, you'll be able to put a 4. But if you're not on my Twitter, you won't put a 4. Okay. But the cool thing is I can get rid of that one there. And we be down to 15 of these videos here. Watch there be more videos made and I have to add more tomorrow, but that was still a pretty good video there. Remove that from the playlist, double check and see if there's any short ones out there. I can get right through. No, the rest of them are quite long, actually, in some cases. 30 minutes, 14 minutes, 29 minutes on that one. I think we did pretty good. And there's not a whole lot of people watching, so I'm going to play a song here for you just because somebody did pay $5 to hear music, or maybe they were just trying to be nice. So we're going to give you a song here from Suno that I made a while ago. Which song should I do? I got to make a song called Mr. Bill's Curbs because that's my thing now. You know, whenever people are live streamers down at Ice Building and I come into the chat, they say, these are Mr. Bill's Curbs out here. So we're going to do the Proud to be a Boomer thing here. Okay. It's a classic. Everybody's proud to be a boomer. Let's do the longer version. Okay. And then I'll play a video from Twitter on the side screen here for you. See if you guys agree with, if you're a boomer out there, if you guys agree with this song.
I remember when the jukebox sang, when we danced till the lights went dim. The streets were safe, the air was clean, the world didn't feel so grim. A nickel bought a soda, a dime a dream. But now the past feels far like a rushing stream. I'm proud to be a boomer, where at least I know I'm sane. Though my knees may creak and my back complains, I'd gladly rise from my wheelchair, stand next to you, and I won't forget my medicine like I always do. We built the bridges, we paved the roads, we worked with calloused hands, watched the moonlight touch the stars, and we made our family plans. But now the world spins faster, like a wild parade, but my roots are deep and they never fade. Don't call me old, just call me wise. I've seen the truth behind the lies. I'm proud to be a boomer, where at least I know I'm sane. Though my knees may creak and my back complains, I'd gladly rise from my wheelchair, stand next to you, and I won't forget my medicine like I always do. We built the bridges, we paved the roads, we worked with calloused hands, watched the moonlight touch the stars, and we made our family plans. Now the world spins faster, like a wild parade, but my roots are deep and they never fade. Don't call me old, just call me wise. I've seen the truth behind the lies. Don't call me old, just call me wise.
The song kind of goes with this video by accident, guys. Doesn't it? Boomer dogs, kind of, in a lot of cases.
Seen the truth behind the lies. I'm proud to be a boomer, where at least I know I'm sane. Though my knees may creak and my back complains, I'd gladly rise from my wheelchair, stand next to you, and I won't forget my medicine like I always do. Now the surf guitars, a call from the past, riding waves, a time that'll always last. Banjo's picking a story untold, fiddle cries out, young hearts turn old. Now the surf guitars, a call from the past, riding waves of time that'll always last. Banjo's picking a story untold, fiddle cries out, young hearts turn old.
All right, looks like their dogs.
Now the surf guitars, a call from the past, riding waves of time that'll always last. Banjo's picking a story.
All right, you get the idea. You guys like that song? Did it remind you of your age or anything like that? Not that you're not calling you guys old. Just some people out there are boomers. But anyway, I'm going to raid you guys over to Grumple here. If it doesn't work here is the link that I'm watching here. He's playing video games and talking in the chat. He might fall asleep on this one here, so try to find a way to keep him awake here. That's why I'm trying to send him this raid over there, so it'll send you guys over there to watch him over there. Okay, so let me give you this link in the chat, but it should raid you over when I end the stream. Okay, thank you. But if it doesn't work, then click on that link there, and it'll take you over to Grumple Stillskin's channel. Give him a subscribe and a like over there. Help him get to monetization numbers over there. He likes to do pew pew streams and survivor streams or whatever they call it. You know, you're trying to not survival things, but you know, in case there's a zombie attack or whatever, you know, and you have those people that are ready for zombie attacks and things like that. What do they call those people? Preppers. Why does it slips my head? Anyway, let's send you over there. All right, guys. Tell Grumple I said hi, and that to tell him to stay away. Preppers, yes. Took me a little while to remember that one there. But anyway, ask him for some prepper advice, and tell them if preppers usually stay awake more than Grumple does. If you wanted to give him a hard time. All right, guys. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to get over there. Make sure it'll click the go now at the top of your chat when you see it there, and that way you'll go right over there. God bless.